Hello again and welcome back to Illegally Cited. This is Jesse here, and I am back for another iOS accessible game video, and we are taking a look at the Bard's Tale. This is a fairly recent release, I believe, and if I have launched the game, I don't remember, but regardless, if I have played this, it has been very, very little. So we are going to see what this game is all about. I believe it is kind of a RPG for iOS, but let's just dive right in and find out.
Alert. The Bard's Tale would like to send you notifications.
No, I might add that later, but let's not do that.
Charge port to the left.
Okay, we're going landscape.
Alert. The Bard's Tale would like to access speech recognition.
Oh, right. This is the one. Right. That's right. So this one you can use, there is a mode where you can do just on the screen, but you issue commands via the microphone. That's right. And I wondered how this would work. We'll see if I'm able to record this just because of the way I'm streaming this to my PC.
Okay, button.
So let's say OK.
Alert. The Bard's Tale would like to access the microphone.
Jeebus.
The Bard's Tale would... OK, button. The Bard's Tale. Start. Button. Image. A gold purchase. Button. Button. Gears. Settings.
Okay.
Start. Button. Image. Button. Purchase. Start. Button.
Let's
image,
start.
Gold. 0. Image. No description available. NG. 0. No description available. NG. 0. 0.
Hush.
A word of advice, adventurer. While this audio role-playing game is fully playable on any device, there is beautiful artwork and other gameplay information displayed throughout the game. Feel free to try it out on a screen-enabled device to utilize these graphical elements.
Oh, I wonder if this is on like an Echo device too. Yes.
0. Image. No description available. NG. 0.
Yes.
Yeah. 0. Image. No description available. NG. 0. 1. 30.
This is the land of Kate, where dwarves, elves, and trolls walk side by side with humankind. The land is once again in turmoil as the central city of Scarabray is undergoing changes. The oppression against the non-human races, the members of the Adventurers Guild, and all things magic is escalating.
Digging the music. Kind of an old school.
A street urchin sits in one of the many alleys in the bustling city. Their path astray. The youth watches, as so many times before, the flow of people through the small corridor.
Good ambience.
Hunger, twisting and tearing, as it makes itself known again. A large shadow is suddenly cast over the alley as a cloaked figure approaches.
So I don't...
37. No description available. NG.
I go by the name Sabble the Seeker.
I'm going to turn
I
VoiceOver
seek out
off temporarily.
individuals that have fallen from the path laid out for them.
VoiceOver off.
And the threats I cast have led me to you. Say, if you could see a different future for yourself, what do you see? Do you see yourself weaving magic? Perhaps protecting others? Maybe a life of deception? Or singing inspiring songs?
Protecting others.
Ready to put your own life at risk in order to defend others. A noble trait indeed.
So there are buttons that do appear that seems like you can flick through as well if you want to do it that way.
On the path of the frontline fighter. Your first-class ability would be Taunt, an ability which, when used in combat, will force all opponents to take a step forwards. Are you sure you want to live out the rest of your adventures as a fighter?
Yes. Yes. Okay, we chose our class.
Interesting. For some time now, I've gathered individuals, not unlike yourself, in a new town down south. There is still a lot of work to be done, but it's shaping up nicely. Unfortunately, the town is suffering from heart...
Okay, we're gonna, just because I forgot to do this,
ship
There.
right now.
Put Do Not
You are the
Disturb
one
on.
who can help. My ship, the Edir, is waiting at the docks. Just state my name to the captain. Seek out the Adventurers Guild when you arrive. And before I forget, take this.
You have just received your inventory. You can open it by saying open inventory when the opportunity arrives. All of the sudden, two men brandishing swords stop at the mouth of the alley, discussing something between themselves, while glancing over at the two of you.
We are out of time. I will hold them off. You have to make it to the docks.
Not wanting to get caught up in the situation, you grab the bag and start running, leaving the commotion behind you.
And I guess I wasn't paying attention because I don't remember what that guy's name is, so I don't know
The
what to
last
call him.
supplies are being loaded onto the Adair as you find it. And standing at the foot of the gangplank, a woman inspects a list.
Halt. What business brings you here? Let me guess. Sabel sent you.
Sable.
Before you can board, I need to fill in this form. A captain worth her coin needs at all time to know what she has aboard her ship. What is your name?
You can't remember ever having a name, but you have heard the street urchins of Scarabray being referred to as pigeon children.
What? A pigeon child. That's not very flattering.
No, not
At
really.
least choose a different bird. Let's see.
Hawk.
Maybe crow, raven, hawk, or sparrow.
Hawk. Cobra Kai, baby.
Very well then, hawk. I must admit, I quite like the sound of that nickname.
The captain notes it down and looks up at you.
That should be all. Feel free to board. We're leaving within the hour.
A life spent living on firm land has not prepared you for the journey at sea. You soon find your assigned spot, under deck.
Okay.
The constant rocking, combined with the stench of sweat and sea salt, keep you close to your bunk bed.
I like the little artwork on the right.
You struggle to adjust to the dim light. Try saying, look around, to inspect your surroundings closer.
Look around.
You will find that noteworthy things around you are highlighted by this signal. Interact with these highlighted objects by using any of the following key phrases. Look at, talk to, pick up, or use. For example, use store. Or look at, bed. You can also talk with your companions by saying talk to companion. Your eyes start to adjust to the dim light, and you take in your surroundings. You see your bunk bed and chest assigned to you by the captain. The other passengers seemingly find themselves in the same miserable state as you, except an elven bard rhythmically swaying while thrumming his lute. You should try to go to sleep, as the journey is long and you could use some shut-eye, though you also have some time to explore your surroundings. Well then, what do you want to do?
Open chest.
You open the chest and find a pillow. You gain 3 experience points
Yay.
and gain a dirty pillow. You need a total of 10 experience points to level up. In order to level up, win a combat. The elven bard leans over.
Look at that. Yours barely has any stains. Lucky you. I will just have to ignore the brown spots on mine. Anyhow, a good nap should make this trip a whole lot more bearable.
Well then, what do you want to do?
Talk to companion.
Interact with your surrounding by using the following key phrases. Look at, talk to, use, and pick up. You can always say, look around, to get a description of your surrounding. What do you want to do?
Look around. Look around.
You see your bunk bed and chest assigned to you by the captain. The other passengers seemingly find themselves in the same miserable state as you, except an elven bard rhythmically swaying while thrumming his lute. You should try to go to sleep, as the journey is long and you could use some shut-eye, though you also have some time to explore your surroundings. Well then, what do you want to do?
Talk to elven bard.
Interact with your surrounding by using the following key phrases.
Okay, so
Look
let
at,
me...
talk to, use, and pick up.
VoiceOver on. Landscape. Charge port to the left. The Bard's Tale. 007. Image. 004. Image of. Look around. Look around. Button. Look at. Use. Button. Image. Talk to. Button. Talk to. Image. A goal. Pick up. Button. Bed. Button. Chest. Passengers. Elven Bard. Passengers. Button. Image. A goal. Passengers. Image. A gold. 0.
None of the
Image. A
passengers
photo
are
containing
eager to
window.
have a
0.
conversation
0.
with you. Maybe the stench isn't coming from the quarters.
So I did a little bit of flicking and a little
Well
bit of
then,
explore by touch to
what do you
different
want
parts
to
of the
do?
screen.
Use. Button. Use. Talk to. Button. Image. Talk to. Elven Bard. Button. Elven Bard. 0. Image. A photo containing window. 0.
Having some trouble with the current accommodation.
0. 11. A photo containing window. 0.
Well, there isn't much I can do. Unless you could offer me a swig of ale.
What do you want to do?
Open
0.
inventory.
A photo containing window. 0.
Open inventory.
Inventory. 0. Image. A photo containing window.
Interact
0.
with your
0.
surrounding
13.
by
Image. A
using
photo
the
containing
following
window.
key
0.
phrases.
0.
Look at,
Hush.
talk to, use, and pick up. You can always say, look around, to get a description of your surrounding. What do you want
0.
to do?
01. Look at. 0. Look around. Look at. Use. Talk to. Pick up. Button. Home. Pick up. Pick up. Bed. Button. Chest. Passengers. Elven Bard. Button. Image. Button. Button. Play. Look around. Look at. Use. Button. Use. Image. Bed. Button. Chest. Button. Passengers. Elven Bard. Bed. Button. Image. Bed. Image. A gold box. 0. Image. A photo containing window. 0.
Hoping to wake up when the boat arrives at its destination.
I'm trying
Are
not to
you
talk
ready to
too
continue the
much.
journey?
Yes.
0. Image. A photo
I was
containing
trying to
window.
see if there
0.
was a way to find like alcohol or something that that guy might have wanted, but
Was trying to see if there's a way to find like alcohol or something to think I'm.
Hoping to wake up when the boat arrives at its destination. Are you ready to continue the journey?
yes.
0. Image. A photo containing window. 0.
Yes.
Yes. 0. Image. A photo.
So there
containing
is a
window.
little
0.
bit of voice recognition, which is cool, you know, and you have to kind of do the two-finger single tap to shut VoiceOver up sometimes for the
A firm grip on
description.
your shoulder stirs you from your deep sleep. The elven bard is standing over you.
I want to see
His
what the
gaze fixed on
combat
the
is
back of a
like.
kneeling hooded figure rocking back and forth at the other side of the ship.
So
A
let's see if
deep
we can get to
repetitive murmur
that.
can be heard coming from the figure.
Wake up. Something is not right here. I noticed that fellow casting strange looks at you earlier, and now he is acting out of the ordinary.
The man suddenly turns silent and stops his rocking. He stands up slowly, turning towards the both of you. His appearance is
0. 34. A photo containing.
scars and featured with pointed fangs, made to rip flesh. In
Oh,
his right hand, he is holding a ceremonial-looking dagger, its curved blade filled with strange markings.
It's been foretold, but I refuse to believe it.
The man suddenly lets out a primal scream as he lunges at you. Welcome to the combat tutorial for Bard's Tale.
okay,
This
here we go.
tutorial is aimed to teach you the fundamentals of the Bard's Tale combat system. Do you wish to play this tutorial?
Yes.
0. A photo containing a window. 0.
Yes.
Yes. 0. Image. A photo containing a window. 0.
Let's
0.
get started.
43. Image.
We will first take a look at the battlefield and positioning.
VoiceOver off.
The combat in Bard's Tale takes place on an 8-square grid. 4 squares, arranged in a 2x2 formation, belong to your party, and the enemy's squares mirror yours.
Okay.
The positions for this combat scenario are as follows. You are standing in the front left position. Your companion is standing in the back right position. And the enemy, the cultist, is standing in the front right position. If you at any point need a reminder where all the characters are positioned during combat, simply say, look around. Let's try it out. Try saying look around.
Look around.
You are standing in the front left position. Your companion is standing in the back right position. And the enemy, the cultist, is standing in the front right position. Good. Let's take a look at movement next. You wouldn't want to stumble around the battlefield. Every combat scenario starts with you controlling your own character. Moving during combat is done by saying move, followed by the direction, or naming the square itself. Note that a character can't move diagonally. Also, if you move to a square where a companion is standing, you will switch places. Now, say, move right, to move your character from the front left position to the front right position.
Move right.
You are now standing in front of the cultist.
I'm going to gut you.
The enemy is getting impatient. Let's move on to attacking. In order to perform an attack, the character attacking has to be in the same line as the enemy.
Mm-hmm.
Note that some skills take exception from this rule. The effectiveness of attacks is determined by the equipped weapons, stats, and positions of both parties. Melee weapons are most effective from the front line, and when standing on an adjacent square. Ranged weapons work best from the back line, and when there are at least one square in between the intended target. This is the perfect time to attack since you are standing directly in front of the enemy. Try attacking by saying, attack.
Attack.
You attack the cultist, dealing 5 damage. That showed him. Let's take a look at companions next. Remember to not leave them hanging. If you have companions in your party, one of them will join you during combat. When outside of combat, you can choose what companion you want to fight with. You have the bard with you. Try changing to your companion by saying, switch character.
Switch character.
I'll put you right back to sleep.
You're now controlling the bard.
So now I'll have to move
Each
up, I
companion
would
has
guess.
a unique class ability. This ability is enhanced by the intelligence statistic. The bard's class ability grants bonus health and intelligence for the rest of the combat, but stuns them until the end of your next round. Try using the bard's ability by saying chug or use class ability.
Use class ability. Oh, what did he say? Was
The
it
bard takes a
charm?
deep chug from his bottle, enhancing his health and intelligence, but leaves him swaying on the spot. Let's continue by mentioning actions and turns. The player can take up to 3 actions during one combat turn. The actions are attacking, moving, and using an ability. You have now taken 3 actions, effectively ending your turn and starting the enemy's turn.
Okay, because I moved, I attacked, and then I...
The cultist readies his knife and attacks you, dealing 4 damage, ending the enemy's turn. You are controlling your character again, but you have taken damage and are severely injured. This is where items can come in handy.
Here, take this. You're going to need it.
Your companion handed you a health potion. Drinking potions restore some of your health. Try drinking the health potion by saying, drink potion.
Drink potion. So that's one
You drink
action.
the potion and restore all your health. Your maximum health is determined by your constitution and can be increased with items. The cultist is weakened. Let's finish him off by attacking once more.
Taunt.
The cultist is weakened. Try attacking once more.
It won't
by
let
saying,
me.
Attack.
Attack.
The cultist is weakened. Try attacking once
I
more
did.
by saying, attack.
Attack.
You attack the cultist, finishing him. Congratulations, this concludes the combat tutorial. If you need further
This
assistance while
music.
in combat, try saying help.
That kind of the weird. The music was kind of goofy in
The
that,
man
but kind of
falls to the
catchy.
floor with a heavy thud, his eyes never looking away from you. All the other passengers are now widely awake, staring at the scene in shocked silence.
No. This is all wrong. It should be one of us who inherits the will, not you.
With the last sentence uttered, the man takes one final deep breath before passing. Men from the crew come rushing down into the quarters, having heard the commotion.
What's going on here?
The bard goes to meet them.
We were just defending ourselves here. Let's see if we can't make up for this little misunderstanding.
Well then.
You overhear the bard offering apologies and promises of compensation from Sable for the trouble. With the crew satisfied, the remains are carried upstairs. The bard then turns to you again.
You should get some rest. We still have some way to go. I'll keep watch.
Even though you doubt another second of sleep will come, sometime during the night, you drift into a slumber.
Okay, we're getting woken up by
You wake into the
something.
pool of land spotted by the crew, and quickly make your way topside.
Ooh, catchy tune.
The sailors have dropped the sail and are advancing on oars. And a thick fog has enveloped the
Kind of
ship,
an epic Irish
obscuring all sight from the deck.
jig rhythm to it.
Slowly,
I like it.
shapes start to form behind the misty veil. The docks of a small port are first to emerge. Next is a stone wall, hiding the town behind it. Tendrils of smoke from the town chimneys dance around the two rooftops that are tall enough to be seen. The other passengers are gathering on the deck as the ship makes its slow approach. A sailor throws a rope to others waiting at the dock, who proceeds to tow the ship.
Well then, ladies and gentlemen, make of it what you will. But here we are.
The gangplank is placed, and you rush off the ship. The bard follows close behind.
Welcome to Larford, Lark. Sable's idea of a safe haven. The captain informed me that he picked you up personally. My name is Irving. Let me accompany you to the door of the Adventurers Guild. Having company is never a bad thing, after all. Oh, and take this. Every adventurer needs it, even future ones.
Irving hands you a book.
You can use it to keep track of the tasks you
Okay,
have.
my journal.
You have just received your journal
Yep.
and a new task. Let's take a look at the task
Quests.
at hand. Say, open journal to open it.
Open journal.
After the narrow
Get a
escape
little
from
waypoint
Scarab
marker
Bay,
and some
Sabo has tasked
text.
you to board his ship and visit the Adventurers Guild in Largefern.
Really neat
Close your journal as
soundtrack.
you reach its final entry. You're currently playing the trial version of Bard's Tale and have reached the end of the free version.
Oh, okay.
In order to explore Largefern and its secrets, you will have to buy the full version of the Bard's Tale. Is that something you want to do?
No. Not yet.
If you change your mind, just say, open shop. You have just received your journal and a new task.
Okay, so we're going to quit the game here for a second. And we're going to be wrapping. I was going to actually wrap up the video, so it's kind of interesting that the game decided to end right there. So, I don't know how long the full game is going to be, and I don't know how much more in depth the mechanics are going to be. Like I said, I almost wonder if this is something that could be available on some smart speakers like an Echo or something as well. Because they mentioned at the beginning, like, hey, try this on a device with a screen. So it would almost lead me to believe that there might be some other versions of this outside of iOS. And, like, I like the idea that you can control it via voice because sometimes, like I said, if you're playing on a speaker, if there is such a, if you can play this that way, or even on your phone, you can do it hands-free. It also adds accessibility for people who maybe have a mobility impairment, so they can play the game just by speaking. That's always a good thing. But if you want to just play the game with VoiceOver, I think there's a way under options where you can turn off the speech recognition part and just play it by tapping the buttons, or in VoiceOver's case, just playing it like a VoiceOver game, flicking and exploring by touch, and then double tapping all the different controls. Because what would happen is on the left-hand side, you would have your actions, and then when you chose one action, you would have on the middle to the right side of the screen, you would have where, or what, everything in the room or the environment that you could do an action with. So like on the ship room there, we had our bed, we had the chest, we had the bard, and we had other passengers. So yeah, I mean, you could try to talk with them or open the chest or whatever. The one thing that I noticed, and I don't know if I'll have to try this without mirroring to my computer and see if it's different. I couldn't really tell. It almost sounds like synthesized speech. It sounds real, but it kind of doesn't. I don't know if there's like a weird compression, because there was this sort of weird. I was trying to think the whole time on how to describe it. Kind of this weird, like, jerkiness to it. It's like, I'm going to talk. Like, I mean, it was talking, but there was like this crackling. I don't know if it was some compression artifacts, or if it was like I remember, especially when early natural sounding speech synthesizers were coming into play. Back when you're trying to use like some of the natural sounding ones even for Windows or for JAWS back in the day. It's a very similar type of effect that I would notice, and that's why I really hated for a while. I didn't like using the natural sounding voices because they had that nervous sounding thing to them, and I didn't really like that. I kind of started ignoring it once we were getting into the game a little bit, but it was always sort of noticeable. There was always just this weird quality to the voice that I don't really know how to put it into words. If it's compression, if it's a synthesized voices, and that's just the way that they sound. The music was really good though. Like, the music fit the style quite well. As far as the full game goes, I mean, I could see this being a good relaxing thing, like you're not quite tired yet, but you want to lay in bed and maybe just kind of play through a little bit of the adventure, either by voice or through VoiceOver, however you want to do it. I will say, for me personally, it seems a little plodding. Like, I mean, I get it because you're doing, it's telling you everything, and then you're speaking back to it. Like, it makes sense the way it's designed. But it just seems a little, like, I don't want to say clunky, but it just seems like a little slow paced. It seems a little plodding in a way, and I don't know if I would have the patience to fully see it through, which is why, like I said, I could see this being something where, maybe I'll play through a scene or two, and and make a little bit of progress in the evening before I go to bed. That could be a way that I would see playing this game, because, you know, playing this in a long gaming session to try to get through a lot of the story, I think it would just be a little bit too slow for me. But as a way to kind of relax or something in the evening or during some downtime, whatever, I could see that working okay. And I'm not quite sure how. Let me see. Let me open the game back up again. Let me see
Let's take a look at the
if...
task at hand. Say,
VoiceOver on.
open
Landscape.
journal to open.
Charge button. Gear button. Home. 100% button. Button. Art. Play button. Home.
Let's go home.
Start. Purchase button. Restart button. Image. Purchase button.
Let's go to
Image.
purchase, because I want to
Retail
see...
home. 147. Image. A photo containing a chalkboard.
Playing
By
the
complete.
free trial version of Bard's Tale.
Oh.
Do you want to purchase the full version?
Yes. Button. Yes. Button.
I just want to see how much
Yes.
it
Image.
is.
0. Portrait. Double click to pay. Base game. The Bard's Tale. Lowell. In-app purchase. Account. Just on one. Price. $4.99.
Okay, $5. That
Landscape.
seems
Charge port to
reasonable.
left. Line port. 0.
I mean, I don't know how long the game is, like I said, but $5, sure. You know, I mean, if you want sort of a lightweight, kind of seems like a turn-based RPG adventure. I mean, I was sort of curious what this game was going to be like, because I know for mainstream games, there's been a few iterations of the Bard's Tale for PC and for console. I haven't really played any of them because I just traditionally haven't been into more of the turn-based style RPGs, but I know a lot of people did like them, so it's kind of cool to see an accessible take on iOS for the series. So anyway, hope you guys enjoyed the video. Give it a like if you did. Try the game out for yourself, see what you think of it. And again, you know, if it's something that you do find interesting, you know, I say this especially for all the accessible games, especially support the developer, support them financially, buy the game, because that way they can hopefully keep the game running and hopefully make more accessible games for us in the future. So give the video a like if you did. Whoa, howdy. Thanks for watching. Follow me on Twitter at BGFH79, twitch.tv/illegally-cited, illegally-cited.com, and right here on YouTube. And yay, I got a notification that I need to restart my computer, so good thing that didn't come up earlier in the video. Anyway, thanks for watching, and I will chat with everyone again later.